Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is David. This is Ridge Runner Reports. For the time being, I'm not sure what YouTube's going to decide that if it's offensive or not. I don't think it is. It's just funny. Everything is woke. That's AOC's least favorite word right now, I guess, is woke. And my thoughts on her is she's a bartender by trade. Bartenders listen, so she needs to shut her mouth and listen and quit doing what she wants and what the Democratic Party wants. Sorry about that. The equipment that I had bought today, I had to go run and get this. The equipment that I bought got damaged, so I have to send it back. It's going to go live, but it'll be tomorrow night. So today I got a lot of calls from people that I've worked with across the country. Want to know about the mandate. So I started doing some research and looking it up and checking things out to see what I could find on it. I found an interesting article that talked about the founding fathers and how this country was built on principles, and that of all these principles was freedom of religion. That was the main reason that this country was founded anyway, was that there wouldn't be no state-directed church or state-directed worship. Basically, no utilitarian church from Britain. Then the beauty of what the forefathers did with the Constitution when they wrote this was they wrote it freedom of religion, and they wrote it so well that you don't even have to be a member of a congregation to practice your religion. And I don't care what it is. If you want to worship a tree, go worship a tree. As if it's a butterfly, go worship a butterfly. I don't care. Whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. But you don't have to be a member of any religious organization to practice your religion, to even live the religious beliefs that you find important. Part of this is mandates. I've never been an anti-vaxxer. I'm still not an anti-vaxxer. Some vaccines, absolutely, I've watched them work. I was fortunate enough in my 30 years to have watched the vaccines work. This particular vaccine, I'm not too sure about. The ones that I helped work on when I was much younger nurse, you could see how well it was working. I mean, we knew who got the shot and who didn't. It was that good. So yeah, vaccines are a functional part of life. This one I'm not so sure about. You're augmenting genetic formulas inside your body with two of them. mRNA is a DNA sequencer. It's the building blocks of all the DNA. When you're injecting one, it augments it. You have augmented your DNA. Now they'll say that that's not it. That's the simplest common sense thing I can tell you. You have augmented your DNA. Enough on that. Everybody agrees or disagrees. I don't care. Y'all don't pay my bills. If y'all offend you, sorry. I don't pay your bills, so you can think how you want to think too. It doesn't bother me. I don't have to agree with it. There's nowhere it says I do, but I do have to respect it. You're a citizen of the state. You chose your religion. It has to be respected. That's the genius of what the forefathers did. So let me be perfectly clear one more time. And I wrote it down. I'm going to read it word for word, what I read today. You don't have to be a member of any religious organization to hold, to practice, or to live by a set of religious beliefs. Which means, whatever church of, my name's David, so the Church of David says that he doesn't get any mRNA shots. He gets a viral vector. That's the Johnson & Johnson. That's the one I recommend because it's most like the flu shot, and the flu shot actually helps. And we know this because we've had them years and years. Look at me bad if you want to. I took aspirin for 7 days after I got the shot. Didn't have bed trouble. Which leads me to the mandate in nursing facilities. If you're gonna, you can fight by saying you don't want to believe it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. You're going to lose your job. Most people that I know work because they have to, not because they want to. So I understand that your job depends on it. Some people will walk. Here's the problem. Some of us won't. I will not. I support if you walk to prove your point, if you're going to strike, like the nurses at Kaiser in California have put their 10-day notice in. They are going to strike. And they can say it's a labor dispute. It's all over this mandate. Timing's too convenient, and there's no such thing as coincidence. So when you fill out your paperwork for religious exemption, there's a section on there that says they don't want to hear about the science. So the religious exemption has to be broad. All you have to do is write down what you believe, that your religion says this. If they tell you that you have to show that you're a member of whatever church it is, you don't listen to it. It's BS. It's a way to manipulate you. And that goes into a law that was passed in 2002 and went into effect on October the 1st, 2003. It's called the No Fear Act. Basically, it reiterates the anti-discrimination laws, but it says governmental agencies that have to review any case that has any accountability to anybody has to listen to every complaint. They have to investigate every complaint. But they can't discriminate against you because of it. Now, you can file it. If they deny your religious exemption, then you go to the EEOC under the No Fear Act because you claimed a religious exemption. So one has to offset the other one, and federal law will trump state law every time. So that's the federal law. You can look it up. I looked it up on the EEOC website. It's right there in plain white. It says I can't discriminate. Whatever your complaint is, it can't be discriminated against. It's investigated as a legitimate complaint, and they're trying to prove it wrong. The Supreme Court says you got a freedom of religion. You can practice any religion any way you want to, even if you're the only one that's doing it. That's your choice. So when they deny it, then it's automatically discrimination. That's the beauty of the law. It's a simple law. It's not real big. It defines and discovers and discusses everything possible related to it. But it's hard to fight federal law. You can't beat City Hall type deal. And that's my suggestion to everybody. That's what I've been telling them this weekend. That's the way to do it. Don't use it. I don't want science. Don't use it. Just use the law. That's why it's there. Justice is supposed to be blind. She's not. But you can use it to your advantage. In this case, is one of those cases. So everybody that wants to get out of the mandate in the healthcare field, that's how you do it. You don't do it by walking out. Because we all know somebody's got to take care of these people. Make our voice heard. Work together for once. Everybody get on the same page. Nursing wise, if we're all on the same page, multiple voices carry further than my single voice does. To the nurses in California, I salute y'all's asses. Y'all fix to put a hurt. Y'all not only causing the nursing shortage is here. What y'all are doing now is causing a bed shortage. And it's a genius time to do it. Because y'all all know The ones of us that work per diem and agency are getting paid. And I think the employers ought to take heed. Your employees aren't leaving because they're tired of you. They're leaving because Joe Blow over here is making $20 more an hour than she is, and she wants to know why, and y'all in the same building. Let go of the grant money you got and give it to your employees, and they might stay. Give them something to stay for. Quit running them off. I hear the same story every place I work because I do per diem work. Every building I walk in, that's the same complaint. They paying y'all this amount, why can't they pay us? And when I hear the rates, I just laugh because I'm making about twice what they're making. And it's really sad. I've been doing it a long time. I feel like I'm getting paid what I'm worth, finally. You know, that's my advice to them. Tomorrow night we'll be live. I'll have my equipment in. We'll be live. It'll be an interesting night. I'm going to talk about why they're not prosecuting Mayor Cuomo for all those nursing home deaths. And I'm going to give a perspective from a nursing home worker because that's mainly what I do. They're not prosecuting him, and they could easily put him in jail for whatever. The numbers that I have are anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000, so we'll take the minimum. So we'll go 5,000 counts of voluntary manslaughter. He put him in there, and he killed all those people. That's it, bottom line, common sense. This is a Ridge Runner report, which means that's all we use is common sense. We look at it for what it is, and I'll research and find out what we can do about it. I'll let you know. Mainly it's just my opinions. If you don't like them, don't watch. But if you hit the subscribe button and share, I appreciate it. I'm just getting off the ground. This is about the 4th video I've made. I've had equipment trouble all night. Y'all leave me a comment in the bottom if you agree or disagree. If you tried it and you did your employee, but share it with everybody you know, because this is how you're going to get around the mandate. So good night, and tomorrow night I'll be live and I'll be discussing stuff. I'll be able to read your comments and I'll answer your comments online right here. If not, I'll type it in and look it up, and y'all can sit here with me. But y'all have a good night, have a safe week. If you got anything you want me to talk about, type it in the comments, and I'll just find the topics I can research, because I'm still working too, but I'll find the topics I can research, and maybe we'll do this 2 or 3 times a week. Later.